everybody. Joe Misfit Glenn here. Welcome to A Minute with Misfit, the Q&A session. Welcome, y'all. Who we got in here? All right. What's up, Aaron? Welcome, my man. Welcome. All right. Got a few people in here. What's up, Dirt? Senior, what's going on? Welcome, welcome. All right, y'all. So, what's up, Luke? What's up, my man? So tonight's about questions and answers, man. If y'all don't want to talk about anything or don't have any problems, we'll wait for somebody. But otherwise, I figured I'd go over topping, defoliation, a little bit of plant anatomy, you know, like the nodes, internodal spaces and stuff like that. What's up, Brian? Welcome, man. Welcome. And then hopefully we'll have some questions we can get into something that may help you out with your grow. If I can, of course. If I can, I'm pretty sure Ron would help. All right. Let's see if we can't get a few more people up in here. All right. Let me get that up on the thing so I can read it a little bit different. What's your thoughts on freezing bubble hash, then microplaning, then drying after it's microplaned? I've seen it both ways, getting ready to try my first batch soon. Okay. I literally just did this. Just made hash with Luke, as a matter of fact. So what I end up doing is I'm drying it first, all right? And then I press it. I get all my crumble together, all of my bubble hash, and I heat up my little press. It's like a mold. I think I showed you guys one time. I have to go get it if you need to see it. But then I press it all together and let it dry, right? And so it's about an 1/8 inch thick and about this big around. And then I just break off pieces and then microplane it. I've never heard about it microplaning and then drying out. I'm not sure how you'd make that happen, bro. I mean, because it's wet and like it would go right through the microplane, right? Maybe I'm misunderstanding the process on that. But yeah, the microplane, the bubble hash, man, I'll tell you what, it's something else. And it's like a full melt too. If you put it on a bowl, it doesn't like flame up like a candle like the other stuff can. Careful on that microplane though. Take your fingers. Speak from experience. All right. But bubble hash anything, Aaron. Bubble hash anything. I don't care. It's all good. Even if you screw it up. I've screwed up several batches and it still gets you baked, I promise. Just may not taste the best. I did my first batch of fresh frozen bubble hash. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see that video, bro. That'd be awesome. Might be an easier method for me. Because, I mean, the biggest thing that I was taught about the hash, matter of fact, Caleb was the one that gave me this brilliant idea. No, don't know why I didn't think about it. And it's pretty much common sense. Is just make sure that all your hash, all the wet hash is one even thickness. That way it dries evenly. Yeah, but I'd like to see that video, bro. For sure, man. Well, let's get into a little bit of plant anatomy. I'm pretty sure everybody here knows most of it, but um, yeah, that's right, Luke. Uh, hey, so all right, so Aaron, after you've gotten all your hash laid out, right? I I figured that after I figured it out. I tried to cut it with a cookie cutter. It's just a little cookie cutter, you know. It's like perfect for like a gram, about a gram of bubble hash, maybe two, I guess. But anyway, the second day after drying, it will cut perfectly. What's up, Nick? But it'll cut perfectly after it's dried just a little bit, and then you have a little whatever shape. I did a pumpkin. It's almost Halloween, but pretty cool little thing. Anyway, Luke brought that up, so I had to share it. But yeah, so plant anatomy. Okay, let's go over that. Let's see. Let me get a plant. All right, let me get you on over here. This is purple punch. Yeah, it's beautiful. She's a beaut. Um, yeah, this is gonna suck. So I brought up a video, or not a video, but some of this stuff, right? I'm gonna talk to you about. I'm gonna point to some stuff here. All right, you got the stalk. You guys can see the big old stalk, right? That's the stalk. And there's your anatomy for that one. Right here, where the leaves come out and this branch comes out, this is a node or your axillary site, okay? And so this is an axillary branch. That's the one, the leaf with that's going to produce bud and a branch. That's the axillary branch. This is your what they're calling is the petiole or petiole. All right, that's what this is. This stem or stalk. Okay. Right here in between the nodes, that space is called the internodinal space, which makes sense, right? You got nodes, and then the space in between them is the in between internodinal space. All right. They like to refer to the stalk, as I refer to it, as the shoot. They refer to it as the shoot. Also, right here when she's in flower, right where the axillary branch meets the node site, that's called the axillary bud site. That's where your little calyx will come out, and it puts up the two hairs when she's a female, right? Let me see. Here's the female pre-flower right there. You see, you put the two little hairs out there, right? The style, and it comes out of the bract, right? And the stipule. Now, for a male, right? Because you have your styles, as they call it, coming out of the bract or your little calyx, right? The males are different. So let me find, obviously. So let me find this one picture I have of a male that threw me off. I didn't normally deal with males very much until recently. Obviously my breeding and stuff like that. So this picture of the male, I thought it was a female at first, but then it had bud, it had pollen sacs on it. So give me a second. Let me find it. Got to be right here somewhere. No. Okay, give me a sec, guys. Make sure there's no questions. Where is you? So many weed picks, folks. So many weed picks. Bear with me. Nope. Whatever. I can't find it. Okay, anyway. So back to what we were doing. You have your branches. You have your internodinal spaces. You have your nodes. It's about the basics, man. Anybody else got something else you want me to talk about for the plant? Anybody? Let me keep looking while y'all are thinking, I guess. Throw a dog a bone, guys. What's up, Facebook user? Welcome. Okay, there's the mail. Now we got to get to when it started. Well, what's up, Solo General Memphis? Welcome, welcome. Tucking. Okay, Luke, I'll get right after that. Just let me find this dang picture. Now it's bugging me. Um, I'm close, man. I'm close. Uh, Come on. All right. Well, I'm going to give that a rest for a second. All right. So what Luke was talking about, he was talking about tucking. All right. So sometimes instead of taking off the big feeder leaf, when you're going to defoliate or whatever, um, there's such thing as tucking, just like basically what I did here. All right. So this lower branch was covered by that leaf. I'm going to take my big old leaf because I didn't want to cut it, and I'm going to move the branch to the left or right, whichever, and I'm going to tuck that large leaf underneath of it. So now this is exposed to the light. That's tucking. It's too easy, too simple. I hope that helped. Luke, was that good? You want to see it again, brother? All right. Big old leaf. Underneath of it, you see the thing or the axillary branch. And we're just going to tuck it behind the other leaves. And about in the morning, she'll be right back up covering everything again. All right? But I don't need her covered just yet. We're not at that stage yet. So right now, all of these solar panels are grabbing every bit of light that they could possibly get and delivering it down in here to these beautiful, that beautiful stem and making her grow. Yeah? Okay. Well, that leaf didn't like being played with. All right, so let me go set this down. I wanted to. Oh, okay, got you, Luke. Cool. Sorry, reading Maryland. Hold on a second. I started reading Marijuana Botany, something I found interesting. It says that a plant produces more fingers per fan leaf as it grows during veg, 3, 5, 7, and so on, and produces fewer as it matures in flower, 5, 3, 1. That would make perfect sense as to what I'm going through right now with one of my clones. I have this is a clone here. This was taken from the plant before she was flowered. All right. She's doing great. But I have another one that was taken from the same plant, but after it had flowered for 2 weeks. And so it had to re-veg, but now I'm having all kinds of weird deformities. Watch this. So this is the same strain taken during the clone was taken during flower. Look at these leaves doing weird stuff. See them how they're curling like that? They're just kind of doing some weird hook and being all weirded out. So it would go to show that like while it was in flower, it already started producing less fingers on the leaves. What do you think, Brian? And she did a bunch of whack-a-mole stuff down in here. I mean, you guys see how crazy it is down in there? It's not normal. So I'm not really sure what to do with her. I'm just going to let her go, and she should give me some good bud. But this is not normal for my Mamma Mia's. That's normal. What do y'all think about that? Hey, Aaron, you got anything to say about that particular part, man? You experienced anything like that? All right. Yeah, she is, man, for sure. Yeah, and it just went all kinds of crazy. And so I'm glad I have this one to take the clones from for my next round. Because without this one, I'd have lost the strain. Well, not the strain, but the pheno. And I have 3 seeds of it, and you can't find them anywhere else. This is the last bit of Mamma Mia. That's why I hold on to it so dearly. But my seeds are feminized, and so I would have to add the chemicals to them to make more seeds. And I can make that happen, but they won't ever be, I guess, pure, maybe? I don't know. Whatever. Arguable. Okay. So what we're going to do right here, we're going to do a little bit of defoliation because it's about that time for her. Let's see if I can make this a little easier for us to see. No, that didn't help. Sure didn't. Okay. Back to what we was doing. Okay, so basically, now that we talked about the node space, right? What's up, Scott? Welcome. What the hell's that, Bryant? What's cubing, bro? Like to hear about that. What was that, Solo? Anyway, so now you go to the nodes, okay, right? Obviously, the bad leaves. You know, you want to keep your scissors almost closed, right? I like to grab the leaf in question. I run right down the stem until it hits it, and then I cut it. That way, nothing else around it gets cut. I've done that before, and that's why I went to this technique. But getting rid of the unsightly leaves that are no longer used, anything touching the soil, anything touching the side of the pot, like this leaf right here, you can see. She's gone. Kind of a odd looker anyway. So I'm going to come in here and take all my little lower leaves off. Now, I'm not going to cut any stems just yet because these will be clones. Like all these little teeny branches down in here. Let's see if you can even fucking see them. All these little ones down in here, they will be a clone of this. Some people have told me that all they do is take clones from the top, like their tops. That's the only clones they take. The only clones I take are from the bottom. All the information that I know says that the rooting hormone is in the lower levels of the branches. And so I want the best possible chance to have a successful root. When you have fresh growth and it grew a lot and it's about this long and it's just really limber, that'll be a great clone. But I don't take that much of my top off. I just take it just a little bit. I mean, why would I waste, 2 weeks of growth, a month of growth, That's my take on that. Yeah, Brian, man, I'd like to hear about that cubing thing, man. But once I get ready to clone, I will come in here and really give her a 1-2. Now, see, that was a mistake. I cut something too close. But she's a mess down in here. I don't like all that vegetation around my stalk, around the bottom, because of the water. You start getting mold and mildews. Okay, cubing. My brother going how he bred his princess cut and become Cinderella 99. He cubed her by breeding original clone with her offspring. Oh, so it's backbreeding. Well, I think that's what I refer to as backbreeding. Usually stripped on 1/3. Yeah. Yeah, and that's about what I'll be doing, Aaron, when it comes cloning time. This is just for educational purposes, so I'm taking it easy. But that's interesting. I have to look into that a little bit more. I'd heard about that, but like I said, I'm really new to breeding. It's really easy to put pollen on another one, on a female, and wait. So that's been a success so far. But I do want to get into my colloidal thiosulfates, or whatever I think it is, the one that I chose. The colloidal silver, I didn't necessarily want to mess with, but I don't know if there's much difference. Still a chemical that stresses the plant out. Am I right? Okay. So anyway, defoliation, about to touch the pot. It's hanging over here. It's underneath of this, canopy. It's not going to get much. None of these leaves are really doing anything deep in here. And so that's what you're looking for defoliation. Now, this leaf right here, normally I would not have taken it off because it has probably a week's left of nutrients for that plant. And I would let it get a little bit more gone before I take it. Now, usually this could be a telltale sign that you have a problem, but it was one leaf and she had been taking her sweet time, so I let the plant eat whatever she needed. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. Yeah, you got to keep putting it on there, right? I think that thiosulfate, man, because I tried it once, it was a failure, but I still put it on, and it was I only put it on 3 times, over a couple of weeks or something like that, and it was crazy. Okay, offspring has 50% of the original DNA. Bred with the original brings it to 75. Bred with the original again brings it to 87. On and on and on. I get you. Huh. That sounds confusing as fuck, but it does make sense in the same sentence. Oh, okay. Maybe that's what happened. Man, it's been a while since I messed with that, Aaron. Yeah, but I still have it. Luckily, it's a 2-part, and so it doesn't go bad until you mix it. And so I still have it. I still want to get after that breeding project with Mama Mia because it's stellar medicine, man. It really helps my body a lot. She's in every one of my breeding projects, and so if I get seeds and I'm able to send them to you guys, you'll get to experience it as well. Cool, Brian. Yeah, man, if you send me that article, man, I'd really like to hear about it, bro. That might help me out, man. Might get me to be able to have some more seeds ever. All right. So any questions on defoliation? Come on, Luke. You got something, man? Anything I missed, Aaron or Brian? Anything I didn't touch on? You know what? There is something I did want to mention. One thing I noticed with clones versus a seedling, right? So from seed, it's growing. This is from seed, okay? From seed, you have symmetry, if you will, okay? So from here, you got a node with leaves and axillary branches, and then one down, it's opposite nodes, axillary branch, right? And it alternates all the way down the plant. It's opposite, the same thing coming out the stalk, right? Yeah, alternating branches, right? And so with clones, they stagger. They don't alternate. Can you see this? And so I have a node with an axillary branch, and then it goes up to the internodal space and does another one on the other side. There's no opposite sided branch on my clones. I have seen that on every one of my clones. Did anybody else see this with their clones? I guess is what I'm asking. What's up, Facebook user? Welcome. So is that a normal thing? It's just something I figured was normal. Just want to check with anybody else that clones. Yeah, it is. All right, cool. All right. What else we got, y'all? You want to see my, let's see. I'll just mention that I had a few leaves go brown deep inside my lemon breeze, and she had so many leaves that it's dead leaves or what attracted the mold. Yeah, it's probably just rotten in there, man. And I assume you got that. Oh, you harvested it, didn't you? Did you just cut out that mold at all, or and keep the rest, or what'd you do, man? I noticed that part, and today I just went through mine and got rid of some of those too, and they were deep inside too. And you couldn't see it from the left, but you could see it from the right, kind of thing. Yeah, it's like that. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Let me read this again. Can you use LST? Yes. On an auto to open the plant up instead of trimming mature family. Yes, absolutely, Luke. That's what I suggest. I know some people that say, no, I top every one of mine. Okay, and that's cool. Keep at it. I don't like the top. Um, just don't like the top. I like to low stress. I get the same effect. Oh, Aaron, man, does yours smell like super sweet, like candy, man? Aaron, mine, I'm telling you, she is the sweetest thing that I've ever grown. Yes, and Luke, uh, it is absolutely worth it. Because they grow so fast, you're letting all that light hit everything and take all it can right at the same time, man. Mm-hmm. Good, cool, bro. I'm glad that you were able to save that, man. And Brian, does yours is yours real sweet smelling too? Shit, I wish I had an auto that big, Aaron. I've yet to grow good genetics of autos, man. Well, I mean, I had okay genetics. Don't get me wrong, but 4 ounces is about the biggest I've ever gotten out of an auto. Yeah, an auto. Yes, man, mine is super sweet. Mine's like candy. I don't even smell any citrus. Mine's like a Jolly Rancher or something, man. All right, cool, cool. I just harvested my two Mamma Mias today and washed them. They were indoor grow, but I had my microscope on and I could see a little wing off of some bug, and so that made me wash my bud. And so washed it all up. She's hanging, looking for that 7 to 10. Oh, yours will, Luke. They will, man. Pretty soon we'll start to be able to open them up. Okay, Brother Mendel's. You know what? Let me write them down. I know I hear you talk about the people you go through, but I've never written it down, and I would not have remembered that. Brother Mendel. Reasonable prices. They a sponsor? Right. Mm. Yeah. My whole shop smell is dank. Hasn't been smelling like that in quite some time. It was kind of nice to have that again. Oh, let me get rid of that. Posting. All right, let me go back down. Okay. All right, good to know. I'll check it out. All right, what else, guys? What else we got? Um, somebody meant. God damn it, who was it? I think it was. Who was that mentioned lighting par? Let me go to vet codes and see. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. Everybody messing with you about your worm castings, Luke. I assure you, folks, those are real worm castings. I saw where they came from. Well, geez. Where the fuck did it go? Well, shit. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. They were talking about lighting. I don't have my par meter. I can't like give you any measurements or anything like that. At one point in time, before I had a par meter, I knew that from the tip of my fingers straight, if I bent my hand like this, from my elbow to the tip of my fingers was like the spot. That was exactly to the T where my lights needed to stay for my plants. Plant or lights have gotten a lot better nowadays, man, and I don't know that would work. Okay, let me put this up. 246 as PPFD. Those are good minimums to start. 200 seed clone, 400 veg. Okay, yeah. So yeah, once again, how do you guys have any techniques on these newer lights that have the adjustable lighting? What the par would be for those without a par meter? Anybody got any information on that one? Now, not sometimes, every light that I've ever bought, when you get it in the box, it has its paperwork with it. Well, there's usually a paper that gives you a PPFD or a par indicator for a height and how far it spreads out per individual light. If you have that, that's what I'd go by, man. Or if you don't have it, go on Amazon, find that light, look at all the pictures. It usually has it in there too, or on the website you bought it from. Oh, Dirk did? Okay. All right. So cool. I'm glad because Dirk was in here. I seen him. I hope he's still here. So yeah, it's about the par meter for me to be precise, but my lights have stayed where they are and the plants just fluctuate to them. I had it set up to where they're all the way up 100%. At the bottom of the floor where I keep all my babies, that's like 250 par, right? And then as the plants grow, they actually hit their mark like 4 to 550 for my lower, like the plant that I showed first. And then it just keeps climbing up to about 750, 800 when it gets, tall enough. And then obviously, it continues on 750, 800 over there when it goes to flower. Okay, yeah, 20 to 22 inches, Luke. And I think, Luke, I'd mentioned to you about the hand thing. I'd measure that out, dude, and see if that comes close to what you got. Yeah, as they, just like Aaron said, man, as they grow, the light gets more intense. Just think of it like outdoors, man. April, how intense the light is on your face, on your hands, whichever, while you're out there, how it affects you. And then August, right? Now in Oklahoma, that's dramatic. And I assume that it's just as dramatic for y'all where you live. But in Oklahoma, man, it's beautiful in April and the plants are loving it and they're growing and it just continually gets more and more intense. So if you think about nature, it should help you out with your lighting. Okay. Oh, I got you. So you have a dial. That's where you're okay. Yeah. Cause you also talked to Joe Schroner and Joe has that light and he was mentioning to you. Okay. Good stuff. When I get my par meter, Luke, we'll get you squared away for sure though. All right. All right. What's this? Topping and training a photo period. What's your go-to? How many branches do you keep? How many times do you top? Have you experimented with different numbers of branches and nodes? Okay. I've experimented with topping. And that led me to go with 3 tops only. So hold on one second. So my first one, let's see if I can get you guys up in here. My first one, well, let's see how many nodes I got here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, starting on my 8th. Okay, so generally you can top at 5, right? So that would have been this big old branch right here. Let me get rid of that comment. Hold on. All right. That would have been all of this. I'm not going to do that. So what I wouldn't even do that much growth. You guys can see I wouldn't even cut that much growth. I'm waiting for this girl, which she's about ready. I can move back the axillary branches and expose the internodal space. Remember, we just did anatomy, guys, so you guys should be square. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to come in here. I'm not going to do the FEM where I miss. I'm going to have a good cut, good clean cut right in the internodal space, right? That's what I do. Now, I'll let these 2 branches come up. Generally, after the 5th node of them, I'll cut that 5th node off. So that's my 3 tops, and I'll leave it at that. I have topped this plant outdoor, Mamma Mia. I lost count after 100. And she turned into a big bush ball with very small nugs, and it was a real pain in the butt. So for me, 3 times, I don't need to go any more than that. And let me get back to the rest of the question. And then the training, I also do indoor training. I do the low stress where I pull the branches down. It's not like huge where I bend the whole top over. I just bend down the branches to open it up to the inside. That's all I do for training. How many branches do I keep? And how many times do you top? Have you experimented with different numbers of branches and nodes? Now, the different branches, that one time I topped, man, I just topped anything that had 5 nodes on it. I legit just topped everything. And then again, after the 5th node after those. That was how I did that. Does that help you, Brian? Hope I wasn't rambling, brother. Depends on how long you want to veg. More training means more recovery and best time. Yeah. Yeah, so I think I got you covered on that, man. So all I do is top 3 times maximum. Most of the time it's just once. I don't play with them too much like that. I had so many different strains going this time and so many different projects. This year was really stressful for me, man. I couldn't concentrate on any one particular plant. But I'm going to get back to concentrating on my damn plants, man. It's my medicine. Okay, so you're going with the 3rd set of branches, the 3rd node? Okay, Aaron says he's going with the 3rd node. That's when he tops. Do you top that 4th, the 4th node that comes out, or do you actually top the 3rd node, right, coming out of the 2nd area? Oh, okay, so 2 sets below, cut off the. Okay, I got you. And keep 2 sets below. Oh, no, that was Bryant mentioning that. So yeah, I have to wait on Aaron for that. So yeah, I let my plants go a little further before I mess with them like that, but I'm in there's no need for me to get super amounts of bud off of one plant. Yeah, it's okay. So Aaron says his 3rd node gets chopped. Now, how many times do you top, Aaron? What's your go? And Bryant, like, what's your normal? Wow, this plant's pissed off now. I've been moving everything around. Oh, you guys want to see something sad? Okay, let's see what he said. That makes 4 main branches. Then I top each one of those. Okay. I feel that. Okay, so if he chopped the 3rd one, that leaves 4 branches, alternating branches, right? And then he tops each one of those 4. And so that would basically make you 8 branches from seed to flower, 8 weeks. So that was the schedule that you keep. So like a 6-week veg. So I start early. Okay. And are these autos, Aaron, that you do this to? I got you. So I was right on that. Nice. So the autos you top that much? Oh, photo. Okay, cool. Got you. Sorry, I think I was a little bit faster at reading it. Okay, yeah, you guys want to see something that's kind of cool, but starting to make me feel bad? Watch this. Here's my Mater bonsai. There's a little pot, but she decided to throw out a couple. But look at those leaves, man. I think she's dying off, dude. Hopefully the fruit makes it, though. Probably should support her, but she's hanging in there. All right. Hey, Adam, what's going on, man? No worries. Better late than never. Okay. Tomato. It smells tomatoey. I've topped above 7. We keep everything below. I've topped as low as 3rd. Yeah. Like I said, I've done a whole bunch of different. I don't think I've ever topped the 3rd node though. I've topped like the 4th and obviously the 5th and anything after that. But I don't know, man. It's just what I started to do was less was more kind of thing because of what I did to that. Man, I tell you what, I cut so much off that plant, but she put back like 12-fold. It was a real pain in the butt. And that was my first outdoor harvest. And I think she ended up giving like 1.5 pounds, maybe a little bit more dry, 1.5 pounds dry. Yeah. But it was a pain in the butt. Had like 5 people helping me trim it. Yeah. And I think it took us like 3 days at the time. Pretty inexperienced at the time. Okay, lollipopping. All right, I got you on there. Okay, let me show you. All right, so back to this. This plant, say this was full. It was just she's as big as she's going to get. About a third of this is going to be stripped. Now, if the stems are big, cool. But all this, like from, if you guys can see, maybe 6 inches up at this particular point, all this is going to be stripped down too. Unless these branches give me a healthy bit of girth to them or whatever and can hold some weight and are going to produce with the node sites, I'll keep them. But everything on the inside is done and up to about a third. I don't have any plants that are out here that are like that yet. All my lights are off in my flower room. But anyway, yeah, so about a third down is stripped. Yeah, okay, so that's what Aaron's doing too. Yeah, he likes to remove anything from the bottom third, then the first third of each branch will be stripped. Yeah, so like I was saying, so yeah, about another third, that's about right. Just strip down to the stem. That way you have about this much space from your main stalk going out. That's just like an open air chamber, really. Once it's in, like I will strip this right before flower, like a week before flower. Let her go through her little bit of, hey, you messed with me. And then she gets all, once she's doing good, I flower it. Sometimes you'll have little teeny things start. Just keep going go back through and just trim them off. There'll just be like a little bit of a green, branch about to start. Just get rid of it. That's what I do anyway. Plant keeps, yeah. And so, yeah, but it's going to continue to grow and stretch. But I believe most of the growth should be up here by the time she's ready to go to flower, right? Yeah. Yeah, you just got to keep up with that. Any new little growth down there would be really easy to see because it's all bare. Yeah, because they will just turn into little popcorn nugs. Shit, I wish I had my hanging plant. I could bring it in and show you exactly what I should have removed. It's obvious, I mean, literally they're like this big and you ain't going to do nothing with it except throw it into hash. And that's all good, but you need a lot of it. Yeah, no, I would see, because this goes all the way to the bottom. I would not cut this branch off. Now, all of these little teeny things, these are going to go to clones. Remember I was telling you? And so that's how I'm going to clear off that branch. And then after that, everything else just gets stripped, because I'll take probably 4 clones from this. Everything else is in the trash or compost, whichever. Okay. Oh, shit. That just. He strips on the day of flower. Okay. And day 21, 21 days since that's the end of the stretch period. Okay. All right. So Aaron's saying that the 21 days of flower, or the first 21 days, are your stretch period. Okay. All right. Cool, Brian. Yeah, man. And if you have a bunch of growth, like it's real thick, be mindful of just how much you take off. I have no doubt that your plants are healthy. I've seen them, and I'm pretty sure you have good genetics, but they might get a little bit temperamental. And so, especially if it's an auto, I would be very careful at how much you take at once if there's a crap ton. But anyway, that's what. Just be careful. Don't just go ripping everything down. Your plant might have a problem with that. But you know your plant better than I do. You right? Okay, let me go put her back. Oh. All right. What else, guys? Hell yeah. Yeah, because it will stress them. You'll see them droop. I've seen mine droop for a couple of days after a big cutting, but they never really like got super upset. But I was also mindful about how much I took. All right. Anything else, guys? No, no. If you haven't stressed them yet, man, you're doing good, brother. Promise. I know my plants had a hard time this year. I had a really hard time with the temperatures and humidities. Like they wanted to go whack-a-mole all year. I could not, and no matter what I did, it just kept messing with me. But that's okay. I was still successful. All right. Oh, no shit. Well, you're doing pretty good, Bryant, for your first year of growing, man. You're doing pretty solid. And I like to see that, your mind expanding like to bonsai and just doing extra shit. I'm telling you, all the crazy things I do really help me learn. I mean, I learned so much, and most of it's learning not what not to do. That's how I learn. And that's the truth. Dang, just in a year, man. That's awesome. All right. What we got? Anything else, Aaron? Bryant? Luke? Adam? Want to attempt? Oh, I did see that, Aaron. Gonna attempt my first pollen checking in a few days. Blue Dream pollen to a blueberry cross I have. Hopefully I find something to share with everyone. Hell yeah. Dude, it's a really cool experience, man. And I will continue to do it. Like at first I used to be really afraid of males. Like, oh gotta kill them. But the moment I kept one and played with it and collected the pollen, and yeah, it was fun. Hey Ray, what's up, man? Yeah, absolutely. You got to learn from the grows, guys. Um, I take a lot of notes. Yeah, yeah. I mean, because I mean, I share them even if I screw it up. I mean, I screwed like right now. I have some. I know I was talking to Aaron about this earlier in the grow season about the dry stress that went with the I can't remember what the hell the thing the VPD, the vapor pressure displacement or whatever. I have a plant right now. It's my purple apple fritter, which was just a seed that came off of an outdoor grow, so it may not even be the greatest thing. But she's having trouble with her leaves, and her leaves are crinkling. And matter of fact, I was dealing with what was helping Luke out with his. He's dealing with that too. And right now, my humidity's at 38, and my temperature's at 80, and so I know that there's a dry stress there. And I'll let you see what that looks like. And so you can see how that leaf looks, how it's kind of like wanting to curl under. You can see it looks crinkly and it's a little dry, papery, if you will. Um, I don't know. It just feels different. That's that stress, man. And I've been fighting it all year. However, the plants are still nice and healthy. It's just their leaves want to be a little bit messy. So Luke, I am having the same issue. Oh, Adam's having it too, bro. Yeah, it's what it is, man. I've been trying to fight it. If I had a humidifier, I could help it, but I do not have a humidifier. I'm not. I think Luke has one. He's the only one in Oklahoma I know of that has it. Has a humidifier. Yeah. Oh man, that'd be beautiful. Yeah, it's a struggle here, but in my shop, it's way better. It's got 6 inches of insulated foam. I just got to finish it and then I have to get some air in there. Like the air would probably come on for like 10 minutes a day and it would stay perfect. But yeah, so the heat stress is a big thing right now. Or I mean, not the heat, but the dry stress, whatever. Yeah, I'd like that, Aaron. Yes, sir. I'd love to hear about that, man. I've been thinking about that shit for a while. What's up, Facebook user? Well, yeah. Any other questions, y'all? We're catching up to our hours time. Hey, Ray, you got any questions for me? Facebook user? Any questions on your grow? So you think your house heat is messing with you, bro? Could the light heat and your house heat messing around? I get it. I don't like to top my autos particularly, Ray. I like to low stress train mine, but you can top them. Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, thanks for showing up, Facebook user. I appreciate you. But yeah, you can top them. I use low stress training now though. Get pretty good results too. Aaron's a topper, I believe. I think Bryant might. I know a lot of people that top their autos. But all right. Well, guys, and Facebook user, I'm sorry, but we're right about to be ending the show, man. Unless we got some questions. Yeah, see, Bryant tops his autos. Mm-hmm. All right. So Bryant, I believe you're going to be sending me something, man. It was about the breeding part, and then Aaron said he was going to send me. What was it? Shit. A link for the dehumidifier. Do it yourself dehumidifier. Yes, that'd be cool as shit. Okay. All right, guys. Well, thanks for showing up, man. Wish we had a couple more questions, but I hope I helped you out, man. Hope you guys have a little bit better understanding of the plant anatomy. I'm telling you, man, if you go on Google or just Google it, right? Plant or cannabis plant anatomy, and then hit images. And there'll be all these images where you could literally just zoom in and it'll tell you all the placements of stuff. It's really good to know. I keep them all on my phone. Not that I look at them too much anymore, but they're there and I can show y'all. But just Google it, man. I'm telling you. Hell yeah. That's right. That cubing article. Cool. All right, guys. Well, I need to mention the waffle. Don't forget about the waffle, guys. Should be a pretty cool one. It closes November 10th. It's a big bean bundle. And I think there's like, well, you get your pick out of like 10 or 12 different bundles. Anyway, pretty cool little deal. Get your seat today, man. All right. And then tomorrow should be the Wheel of Names with David. And then Thursday, don't know what I'm doing yet, but I will be there. All right, guys. And Aaron, I got that. I appreciate you, brother. All right, man. All right. So until next time, y'all. Hold on. See, I always fuck this thing up. All right. There we go. All right. Till next time, y'all. Happy growing.